Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Thomas with TMWYT. Back again in the garage. We have this 2017 Audi S3 that belongs to my friend Hayden over here. And today we are going to be doing some lowering springs and some aftermarket sway bars. This is the front.
That's the rear.
You only got a rear sway bar?
Yeah.
So just a rear sway bar and the sway bar end links. And these are by White Lines and EMD.
EMD.
Pork Solutions. Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, it's a 2017 Audi S3. Just helping the boy out. He doesn't know how to install car parts, so we gotta do it for him. Herb's with us today. No RS, so he brought the work truck. Look at him chow down on that IHOP.
Oh wow. Look at it, bro. Get that shit.
Alright, so we're just gonna start off by jacking up the front of the car. You know, take your wheels off, obviously. You know how to do that. Jack the car up, and we'll start with the front two lower springs. Alright, so we're gonna start with this bottom bolt on the bottom of the strut tower. It's just got a Torx bit or a spline on one side, and then a 19 on the other. So you're just gonna wanna break that. So next we're gonna do the top of the sway bar end link up here at the top of the strut. We just undid the Torx bit and nut on the bottom of the strut. I just didn't have to do that on the other side, so
Yeah. Freak me out.
Okay, so on the bottom of the strut, there's a little wire. If you have the mag ride for the S3, there's a little wire going into a clip, and you just use a little screwdriver, that one right there, and you just unclip it so you don't wreck your mag ride. And then you're just gonna grab a screwdriver and pry open the bottom of the strut tower and have a buddy shake your whole assembly until it falls off the strut. Okay, so after doing the bottom bolt, the bottom of the strut tower is basically like a clamp around the bottom. So you just lube it up with some penetrating oil and then use a giant screwdriver like that one to pry it open, and then have another one of your friends, we used a plank of wood and a hammer to hammer it down while it was pried apart, and the whole assembly fell off the bottom of the strut. Very complex and stupid design. Definitely like the design of the FRS that we did in the last video that we did the coilovers on. A lot better. Right now we are undoing the top. Right now we are undoing the top 3 bolts on the strut tower. We're gonna get those 3 bolts off, pop the strut out, and do the spring swap. So once you've undone the top 3 bolts and everything else, you can just pull the strut out of the car and get ready to swap it over. Right now we're putting the spring compressor on the stock strut to compress the spring so we can undo the top hat and put on the new spring.
And it's literally just.
I'm Hayden, and this is Jackass.
The other day, like,
The water gun.
fell, like the seal for it. I actually worked on it. Okay. You know, whatever. They're like, you know, $90.
So the strut's gonna come apart. We're gonna save this part, the top hat bolt. You're gonna just replace the spring. So remove the spring compressors, grab your new spring. We're gonna keep this as well. This is the bottom bump stop. And then we also have covers for the bottom of the springs. And then we're gonna reassemble it with the new spring on the strut and then put it back on the car.
Put that on the right fucking way this time.
Didn't I do it the last time? I was like, this is for my mom.
Backwards, yep. You're still doing it backwards. Oh my Lord.
Fucking Christ.
Lord,
I gotta keep the trend going.
Hi, dog. There you go.
This one won't fit, will it?
Even God can't help you, dude.
Alright, we just got both the fronts reassembled and put back together with the new springs in place. We're gonna put the wheels back on it and start on the rears.
There you go.
Good boy. Ooh. It's nice. Guys, so we're working on the back here. We have the lower control arm unbolted. There's just a bolt here for the rear rotor assembly, and then there's a bolt here for the rear strut, and then a bolt all the way in the back there. Slide you guys under here so you can see. So there's a bolt here, here, and here that you all need to take off. And then we are also doing a sway bar back here, a rear sway bar with modified end links. I'll try to get back here. So here's the sway bar. It's just a bracket with 2 Torx bits on it. They look like this. And just pop those out. And then this side of the sway bar is going to come out. And then do that to the other side as well as the other spring. So along with the rear lowering springs, we're also doing this rear sway bar. And we did it without lowering the exhaust. We just undid both ends of the sway bar end links and then just fed it through the kind of hole that it had and kind of just weaved it through because it's an awkward shape. It kind of just makes a lot of curves and stuff, so you kind of just have to weave it through. And we got it out on this side just using the screwdriver that to pry stuff down. Not hurting anything, just moving stuff around. And then we got it out on that side by lifting up and pulling down the controller arm that's disconnected and then lifting up on the rotor assembly, and we were able to pull it out. So now we can put the new one in. All right, so along with everything else in the rear, we also got some Torque Solutions tow arms for the rear. And so we're just changing those out right now. And that's just that bolt up behind the place where you change out the sway bar, and then the second one down on the control arm there. You just unbolt those and then pop that new one in there. All right, guys, we got the sway bar in, we got the new sway bar end links, we got the tow arm adjustment arms in there as well, along with the lowering springs, just like in the front. We are now finally going to lower the car and we'll see how it looks. Is that all right? After a long day, hard work, we got everything installed. And here is the ride height we got out of it. It's super good, a lot better, way more aggressive. Definitely a super fun install. But let's get some cool rolling shots of it. All right, so here's the S3 all done out here in the Utah sun. Looking low, looking pretty. I love this blue paint. I think it's so fire. Install went really well. Everything turned out really well. The sway bar feels amazing. Absolutely amazing. So sturdy. Like the driving feel is crazy now with all this stuff done. And it is just lowering springs and the few extra things we did in the back, but made a big difference. So just finished up washing it. Cue that footage right here. Today we are going to be checking out the integrated engineering cold air intake. Is it the Gen 2? Gen 2 for the S3, along with the integrated engineering turbo muffler delete. And so we'll just pop the hood open here on Hayden's 2017 Audi S3 and check out this super sweet integrated engineering cold air intake, kind of the same style that I have on my Golf R. but looks so gorgeous here. Love how this turned out.
It's got the inlet pipe back there too.
Inlet pipe as well. You know, this is a little bit different for my channel. Usually I'm the one doing the installing, but he had one of his buddies do this, and we just wanted to show this off. Anyways, just in case you were in the market for this intake for your Audi S3, this does not have the carbon fiber shroud. It just has the, I don't know what you even call this, the heat shroud.
Open intake design.
Yeah, the kind of heat shield, which is super nice design. It's like this wrinkle black, looks super cool, super big filter, silicone piping, more wrinkle black. Hard piping here, just goes right back into the turbo, which is right there. Funny enough, you can actually see it on this car, unlike on the Golf. But it looks super sweet. Why don't you get us a little startup, see if we can hear any cool intake noises. So we have a catback exhaust, and then the integrated engineering intake. Didn't piss off my neighbors.
Gotta do it for the vlog.
Neighbors are gonna come kill me.
Gotta do it for the vlog.
Neighbors are gonna come kill me now. Yeah, but it sounds really good. I like all the intake noises. How you didn't really do the install? Your friend did it. How was?
I did the install.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
How? Give us a little rundown on the install.
It's pretty easy. You pop off the washers, throw it off, remove the box. It's pretty.
Wow, that is
pretty
super descriptive.
Yeah.
Everyone knows exactly.
It's
what
easy.
You're talking
It's
about.
easy. Just follow the instructions.
Yeah. I wish I could have gotten you guys an install video, but you know, again, all these people not be working while I'm at work, so can't get the footage.
The inlet, the muffler delete was the hardest though.
Muffler delete was
That
the
was.
hardest. Is that just a flange on the backside turbo?
Yeah, so it's under here, so I'm gonna pop this off for you.
Okay.
So,
Wow, so fancy.
yeah, you gotta remove this pipe right here and then this little valve, and it's way under there. It's like under this little black pipe.
Super fun. Got to reach your hand all the way inside the turbo.
Yeah, make sure your car's cold, or else you're
Cold. I like this little integrated engineering badge here.
Right. Yeah,
I think that looks super sweet.
Just be careful when you remove the trying to remember what's called, the radiator fluid. When you remove the little tubing, it sprays out. Just make sure your engine's cold so you don't get burned.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good tips. If you're looking for a great intake for your Audi S3, or I know this works for the new Golf Rs as well, the Mark 7s with the MQB engines. Super nice intake. I love everything that I love everything that Integrated Engineering puts out. They put out quality work for your Audi and Volkswagens. But let's get some on the road footage and some pulls of this car. Hear all the wonderful, glorious turbo noises with the intake and its catback and everything. So just enjoy. Check out that P3 analog boost gauge, looking so sick there. So dope. He's just plugging all those mods. Wow, so nice. Tons of turbo noises, all the right noises that this car should make. By the way, super gorgeous night out here in Utah. He's gonna come around for another pull though. Woo! That thing is rowdy. Sounds so good. That intake freed up a lot of noise. Sounds so great. And probably a few horsepower. You guys know intakes, yeah, they do a little bit, but mostly for just freeing up the flow, you know, adding greater throttle response, just, you know, making the car drive smoother, but mainly for the sound and the look in the engine bay is probably the most important. Woof.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that driving footage of the 2017 Audi S3 with the integrated engineering cold air intake, as well as this catback exhaust, the turbo muffler delete. And we have plenty more mods coming for this car very soon. So stay tuned to the channel for that. But if you are interested in cars like this and other content on my channel, make sure to check it out. I also have this car as well. If you did not get a good look at this, this is my personal car. But if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.